Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of the Black Line Brief. I'm your host, Matthew McKim. Well, I just want to start out by saying thank you guys so much for all your love and support, your continued commitment to this channel, whether you be a moderator, just a follower, maybe even a new member. Um, I I could never have expected it to grow this fast, this soon. It's exciting. It means, I think, in my opinion, what it means, it doesn't mean that I'm anything special. It means how much we all think alike, and that we have so much more in common, and there's so many more of us than the ones that are controlling us. The weird, crazy sociopaths that are running the world. And I got some clips of that today. Not a lot of new information that came out today on Candace's and Barron's podcast. Except for the Mikey McCoy inside of Charlie's office, and then kind of pinpointing when the last time that frame of the wedding picture was there. Oh, yeah, I guess there was a couple things. And then TPUSA giving a statement to Josh Hammers. He's the editorial whatever for, what is it, news something. I don't really care what it's called, but you guys, if you saw it, you know. And of course they use him. Like, that doesn't add like fuel to the fire. Like, okay, we already know you guys are all together. That's kind of what we've been saying. Charlie was like this odd, like the one singled out, and you guys all had him surrounded. You guys are this united front, bringing out BS information, blaming everything on Gigi. What did Gigi ever do? She's a 3-year-old. Like, for goodness sake. Oh, I guess she's such a brilliant 3-year-old that, like Erica, asks her mom when she's 5 in church, "Wow, that looks like a lot of money, Mom. Why are you writing a check so big?" "Oh, because that's just what we do. We get so we can give." Yeah, okay. You run a bunch of military companies, and within a matter of days of moving to Arizona, you get millions of dollars out of nowhere. Oh yeah, and she's a minority, right? She has that classification and why she got that contract. I mean, it's insane. But all right, I digress. I do think it's insane that they continually try to use the same tactics that the ruling elite in Philadelphia use, like emotional manipulation, like the sacred cows, right? Like, you can't ask a question if I say I'm taking care of my sick mom in the hospital. Alibi schmalibi. I was taking care of my mom. Untouchable, unquestionable, go away. Oh, I'm a grieving widow. I'm grieving. Don't ask questions. Look the other way. Oh, well, you know, Charlie was up so excited that he was just like clanging pots and pans around. He woke up Gigi, and then she wanted to sleep in the bed, and she was doing cartwheels in the bed. So I told Charlie to go sleep in my toddler's bed. I mean, poor Gigi. She wanted the picture so much. Mom was like, "You want the picture? Okay, you can't have it. I'll just put it closer to where you can touch it, but you don't get it." I agree with Candace. That's ridiculous. You want the picture of your dad? Take the picture. Like, she's going to go into this recording studio. Anyway, come to find out, yeah, there is lots of satellites and surveillance planes flying over UVU that day. But a trans Tifa 22-year-old did it alone with his boyfriend / girlfriend in transition. Then why would there be satellites? Why would there be surveillance planes? That doesn't make sense. It's not routine. Oh, a government ran operation? Huh. Maybe a foreign government watching it all go down. Huh. that is how the war room works in the United States Capitol. When the United States president and his administration wants to watch special operations going down overseas, they have planes and they have satellites. They can read somebody's watch on their hand from the satellites, dude. They are so sophisticated and high tech. I think a lot of people may not know that. They're like, a satellite? Like, what can you see from a satellite? Everything, literally everything they want. So I think that just adds more fuel to the fire that everything is fake. I'm not going to say the second part because it wouldn't even let me put it in the title. It was like, you can't write that. I was like, okay. All right. So the world is clearly a stage. Pam Bondi is testifying that it's all BS, right? Even though they're the most transparent administration ever. I think it's interesting that like so many things happened on the same 2-day period. Did anyone watch Bibi Netanyahu show up yesterday? They literally worshiped him. It was weird. I watched the whole thing. I won't make you sit through it. We're going to war with Iran. That's end, like point blank. The war drums are beating. He came to ask for more military aid, funding, and weaponry. But I mean, if you sit and watch his whole address, we're going to war with Iran. You know, what can I say? They literally applauded him for almost 5 minutes. It was so disgusting. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein is alive. Oh man, I said it. Dang. YouTube, don't worry about that. You didn't hear that. I said Einstein. We all know it. Just read the chat. They'll attest for me. They got my back. I said Einstein, you're hearing things. Whoops, slip of the tongue. He's alive and well. We'll take a look at it. But first, thank you guys so much for everything. Let's look at how the channel is doing. Let me refresh it because it is constantly going up. Channel dashboard. Bam. All right, 4,748 subscribers. And as of today, YouTube, hey, YouTube, earmuffs, got off its butt and finally 2 weeks later approved everything that I had applied for and already met the criteria for it. Well, we met the criteria for and I applied for like super chats and stickers and all the fun stuff, memberships and everything, which allows a lot more engagement and interaction. Now I can start doing like members only lives, members only content, which I'm 100% going to do. Probably a lot of the stuff on the weekends. Like I'll probably end up doing like 2 shows on the weekends, like one for everyone and then one for members. And since there's different tier levels, I got to figure out like executive, obviously. Oh, did you guys get the theme? 3 levels. We got the judicial, legislative, and executive team. It was just I was struggling trying to figure out like 3 different cool things to do. And that's just what I came up with. We can always change the term as we go along. This is our channel 100%. I also put a Q&A in the chat. I don't know if I can see it from my StreamYard or if I have to go over to the actual live stream dashboard to see. All right. I might need to hit refresh, but let's get going. Enough out of me. All right. Let me go here. Okay. Do you guys remember? Where is he? Here he is. Do you guys remember Rob Skiba? He is the one that Candace played on her show a couple weeks ago, referencing Hillary Clinton and the emails, trying to find Nimrod's tomb, pretty much like wanting to find the technology of resurrection. You know, he has an amazing channel. He's no longer with us. I want to look into how he passed away. I think I remember Candace saying like something very suspicious happened. I just haven't had time to do a deep dive, but I've been watching him all the time at night, like before I go to bed. He's got a very soothing voice and a very calm, mellow delivery. I love his argument that Philadelphia has no biblical claim to the land. I just love it. I just love that he was just so bold. He's like, actually, no, it shouldn't even be a thing. So, I mean, fine, I'll fit the bill. They said anti-Semites are those that believe that they shouldn't have their own country. Well, I mean, no one really deserves their own country. The only reason why any people group and culture get it is they conquered, they fought for it and stole it. That's just how history worked, man. I mean, what do you want me to say? That's just, we took it from the Indians, man. It's pretty sad, but that's just how it was for the longest time. And I guess it still is in a lot of part of the world. Well, actually, probably like all the world. Just the Western countries don't really get invaded much anymore. But let's listen to Skiba and his argument as to they don't really have a biblical claim to the land.
For 1948 Israel, these are the promises. This is exactly what I've seen in your blogs, and Zach has backed it up somewhat, and it just makes sense to me that this is the covenant for the people to return to the land, the people, and that there would be peace there. But apparently, this doesn't correlate with the 1948 issue.
No, not at all. I mean, how many times did we see him? Even here, he said it's conditional. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, chapter 30, verse 1. And when all these things come upon you, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before you, and you call them to mind among the nations where the Lord your God has driven you. So when you're in the diaspora, when you are driven out, and when you wake up and realize, hey, we've gone astray, we've reaped the curses for 2,730 years or more. When you acknowledge that and return to the Lord your God, verse 2, you and your children, and obey his voice in all that I command you today, with all your heart, with all your soul, then Yahuwah your God will restore your fortunes and have compassion on you. And he, not the Zionists, not the Rothschilds, not the Freemasons, not the United Nations, he will gather you again from all the peoples where Yahuwah your God has scattered you. It's an if-then. If you do this, then he will do that. Nothing about 1948 fits that. It doesn't fit Jeremiah 23, which says the same basic thing, Jeremiah 30, Jeremiah 31, the entire book of Hosea, Ezekiel 37, and Isaiah 65 and 66. They all say the same thing.
Well, we had a dispensational teacher on last.
Well, good thing Rob Skiba knew his scripture. He didn't just spout things off. He quoted them directly. Well, all right. Let's go over here. I'm going to show you a couple different clips. I got them time-stamped. I'm not going to show you the whole opening because it literally is 4 minutes of everyone there just smooching, just cheering the whole time. Watch. I'll start right here. Ready? And okay, I'm going to go all the way to
Speaker of the House.
So it was one, but then they
Mike
start
Johnson
again.
Least.
Where is it?
It's a clash between those who glorify death.
And they're just clapping for forever, man. It's just insane. All right, the first time stamp we're going to go to is right here. Oh, look who it is. Oh, Ted Cruz. What do you know? Did you guys see what was it? Oh, Zach Costello played a clip. If you guys haven't seen the Tucker Carlson Ted Cruz interview that came out in August, you have to watch it. We were driving across the country. We were moving out of Texas back to where we live now. And I was watching that. I was driving by myself and my wife was driving with the kids. 7 separately. We have 2 cars, so I mean, and I was watching that the whole time. It kept me awake. It kept me awake, man. If you haven't seen it, you got to go watch it. Tucker is amazing. Proud of that guy. But anyway, Zach Costello played a clip of it today in relation to what did he call her? Brigitte Bowler. I forget her first name. Oh my goodness, I forget her first name. But anyway, all right, let me hit play. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, like December 7th, 1941, and September 11th, 2001, October 7th is a day that will forever live in infamy.
I want your sympathy. I have to proclaim that it is just as bad as all these other things like Pearl Harbor, 9/11. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. I just can't. I can't with them.
It was the Jewish holiday of.
All right, I'm not. He goes into graphic detail, and I think they just want that card. They play that card so much, it's just unreal. Next timestamp is 5/19. Hold on, right there.
They burnt babies alive. They killed parents in front of their children, and children in front of their parents.
Like, why would you even need to say all that? Like, I'm not even going to play the whole thing. He goes on and on and on. It's the same thing that Rabbi Barclay did with freaking Candace on that interview. You know, no, you won't admit that it's just the worst thing ever. I'm not. Of course, those things, if those things happened the way that he's saying they happen, it's the worst thing ever. But so is what's happening in Gaza and what happened in Germany and in Russia in World War II, what happened at Pearl Harbor on December 7th, what happened on 9/11. And not one is worse. The innocent people dying is atrocious. Women and children, it's equally atrocious. There's not one worse than the other. They're all horrible. They're just, yeah. And to try to say like one is worse than the other is insane. All right, we're going to go to the next timestamp because it's important. If you guys want to watch this in full, it's on YouTube, but you can also just put it into Google and watch the whole thing. It is eye-opening. Like I came away from this and I told my wife, I was like, we're going to war with Iran. I really believe that. We're going to war with Iran. 100%. There's no doubt. Okay, so here's the other thing, guys. I Googled it. The first Trump presidency in 4 years, Bibi visited the White House. He flew here 6 times. Guess how many times he's already been here? 6 times. He's on track to double his visits this Trump presidency. If he continues to visit as much as he has already, he will visit by the end of the Trump presidency 12 to 13 times. Why? Why would it double? It's never been that much. What is going on that he needs to be here so much? Yeah. I mean, maybe planning a war. Yeah. Maybe planning regime change. Yeah. Sounds like it. All right. Next timestamp. All right. I was almost there and then I went on a tangent. Sorry. Right there.
Is merely a tool. The main war, the real war, is with America. Iran's regime has been fighting America from the moment it came to power. In 1979, it stormed the American embassy.
Okay. All the things that he quotes as evidence that we are Iran's major issue. First of all, the only reason why Iran even views this as an issue is because of our relationship with Philadelphia. That's it. That's literally it. If we did not have that kind of relationship that we've had over the last 60, 70 years, or wait, we're going on 80 years now. So 1938 it was formed, they said, right? So yeah, we're 10 years away from that, just about 12 years away. Yeah. So anyways, since then, that's it. And a lot of the uprising and everything has been so fake. It's all been false flags. Look at the first bombing in the World Trade Center. It's unreal. You literally can go back on every major event that's happened in the United States that's brought us into war, that's been attacks. Like, did you hear Barron's a live tonight where he talks about the Boston City bombings, the marathon bombings. It's all so fake, you guys. It's all fake. The world is a stage. They're all playing parts, and it's disgusting.
It held scores of Americans hostage for 444 days. Since then, Iran's terrorist proxies have targeted America in the Middle East and beyond. In Beirut, they killed 241 U.S. servicemen. In Africa, they bombed American embassies. In Iraq, they supplied explosives to maim and kill thousands of American soldiers. In America, they actually sent death squads. They sent death squads here to murder a former Secretary of State and a former National Security Advisor. And as we recently learned, they even brazenly threatened to assassinate President Trump.
When was that ever proven that that's who tried to take out Trump? I remember the more we find out, it was another kind of inside job. Was it Matthew Crooks? Yeah. He's Tyler Robinson is Matthew Crooks 2.0. Like, poor kids, man. Unreal.
But Iran understands that to truly challenge America, it must first conquer the Middle East.
Oh.
And for this, it uses its many proxies, including the Houthis, Hezbollah, and Hamas. Yet in the heart of the Middle East, standing in Iran's way, is one proud pro-American democracy, my country, the state of Israel.
His country. He's the Sultan of Philadelphia. He's the emperor. It's his country, guys. Yeah. Also, he has like 100 and something pages of paper. He reads, I think, like 2 sentences and then like goes to the next page. I think he's blind. I don't know. He like literally reads what it ends up being like 2 sentences and then he flips to the next one. I was counting like how many words he says. It's like 12 or 14 words per page. And then he turns it to the next page. I mean, I'm just trying to laugh at the most ridiculous thing ever and the most ridiculous person. They literally clap his hand every freaking 5 minutes.
That's why the mobs in Tehran chant death to Israel before they chant death to America. For Iran, Israel is...
I mean, that's pretty insightful. Yeah, it is, because they don't really want to destroy us. We're not their major problem. It's you guys. And because you guys are our quote unquote ally, even though you're not, they don't like us because of how much we fund you, how much we give you weapons, how much we support you, how many of our politicians are so fake and purchased by you, how corrupt the whole system is. They've seen what we're just now seeing in the last 2 years. Guarantee. They have seen what we are just now beginning to see now, how fake everything is and how corrupt all of you are. I'd hate us too, man. I really would. Yeah, I really would. And we all hate all you guys. You guys are ruining everything. You're ruining the country and you're trying to ruin our lives. And it's crazy. And you took out Charlie. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't believe. I watched Jesse on Fire's podcast, his show, his part 1, his part 2, and it'll be his part 3. I don't buy into it. He does make some good points. All of it's circumstantial. He says none of it is fact. It's all his opinion. It's a thought experiment. But here's the thing, guys. Do you really think Charlie would do that to his parents? Did you guys watch the memorial, and did you guys watch the ceremony when the mom and dad and sister were at the White House? Those weren't fake. So his parents are actors too. His parents and his sister are actors too. They were crying like hysterically. They weren't faking like Erica. It wasn't like Erica crying. It wasn't. It was genuine. We lost our son. Oh, and he's going to let Candace believe that he's gone too. Yeah, I can't. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Yeah, okay, so we have the technology in Hollywood and they can make things look fake and yeah, that could be an explanation as to why everyone's behavior is so odd, or it could be the first one. And I just wish, I don't know if he's doing it because he's trying to create more content or what, but it's definitely detracting from like focusing on the real facts, which Candace and Barron are really still honing in on. And I really don't think we should be splitting all of us up into separate camps and getting people to not look into, who really killed Charlie. I don't think he's alive at all. I really don't.
First, America's next.
Oh.
So when Israel fights Hamas, we're fighting Iran. When we fight Hezbollah, we're fighting Iran. When we fight the Houthis, we're fighting Iran.
All right.
And when we
Enough. Enough then.
And as we defend ourselves on all fronts, I know that America has our back. And I thank you for it.
Yeah, you paid for it. You bought it. You own America, dude. That's why you're here 6 times in 2 years. Here's what I realized, guys. The reason why so many of the politicians right now are becoming so outspoken about Philadelphia, it's not that things have changed. It's always been this way. But the power grip on the media, the power grip on the narrative used to be so much greater than it is. They didn't need to pull someone's card. They're pulling everyone's ticket. They're like, you took money. Okay, stand up. You better freaking speak up. They didn't need to do that before. All the other previous ways used to work to get us back into the thought of like, oh, no, they're good. We're good. We're allies. It's all good. They're not bad. No, they don't run the world. Oh, they don't run Hollywood. No. Charlie Kirk's assassination, ripped that up, burned it. The old playbook's gone. It doesn't work anymore. Thank goodness for YouTube. Thank goodness for Candace. Thank goodness for Barron, Coach, everyone, even Jesse, everyone that's trying to get the truth out there. Thank goodness that there's honest individual citizen journalists and that the mass media doesn't have a stranglehold on us anymore. And because of that, yeah, they're calling in their debts. Hey, we gave you millions of dollars. Sorry, the days of being silent are over. I mean, could you really imagine Ted Cruz doing something like going on Tucker like that, like years ago? I mean, talk about desperate. He looked so bad. I don't know. I don't, maybe they don't care. Maybe they really don't care what we think. Yeah. I mean, yeah, most of them don't care. Pam Bondi got up on this on the stand today. Didn't see. You guys don't want to talk about the Dow? You don't. It's surging like the economy. Totally a talking point from Trump. Like the last time we brought up, aren't we done talking about Jeffrey Einstein? You don't want to talk about the economy and how great it's doing. We're doing so many great things. We're doing so many great things. I just want to talk about all the great things we're doing. Can't we just move on? No. Read the room, dude. We're not moving on. And I'm not voting for JD Vance. Nope, go fly a kite. I'm not at all.
all sides of the aisle. Thank you.
Okay, the part I didn't play because I couldn't find it in enough time because I had to pull up so many other clips. Israel owns both sides of the aisle. He spent like 5 minutes thanking Biden, the Biden presidency, and Biden personally. He said he's a personal friend of Biden for over 40 years. And Biden accepted millions of dollars over that time from AIPAC and from Philadelphia. They bought both sides of the aisle. It's a uniparty And I think like what's behind the individuals in the Democratic and Republican Party that make it and stay in office and make it to the presidency, right behind that is Philadelphia. And behind the actual Philadelphian political party is like an even deeper, like the Red Shields and stuff party that run everything, you know? Yeah. Sorry to break it to you guys. You probably already know, though, or else you wouldn't be tuning in. We wouldn't be friends. We wouldn't be watching Candace and Barron because we're all dishing out the same thing. All right, let's watch this. All right, I got my timestamp. The first one is, all right. Oh, I already have it. I have it bookmarked. Ready?
Right here. We are joined in this room by some of the thousands of survivors from Jeffrey Epstein's horrific sex trafficking ring. They have shown such incredible courage in speaking out, in demanding accountability to bring the predators and pedophiles to justice. The Epstein Files Transparency Act required your Department of Justice to disclose the perpetrators connected with Epstein's criminal activities and to redact the information of survivors to protect their identities. Let me show you what actually happened. First, in violation of the law, your department has shown a pattern of redacting the names of powerful predators. Here behind me is one example of an email from Epstein to a man whose name was redacted. The email reads, quote, "Where are you? Are you okay?"
I don't want her to say that last word out loud, but we're going to move on to the next part just to give you some clips of went down on the Hill today. 21106, where are you? Right there.
I have 3 documents from the DOJ production that are emblematic of the massive failure of the DOJ to comply with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. To my right is an email that was sent by the victims' lawyers to the DOJ. It was a list of names not to redact, a list of names not to release. What did the DOJ do with this email? They released this email in the document production. Literally the worst thing you could do to the survivors, you did. And they're getting phone calls. A lot of these people didn't want to be known. And we know you touched the document because you redacted one name and you redacted the lawyer's name, but you left the survivor's name there. The next document I want to show you, that was in the title, the victims' survivors' names, all right? The title of this one is Child Sex Trafficking.
Dang it. I was supposed to stop playing before you got to that part. Great. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, let's move on. I mean, this is on YouTube. Yeah, I pulled this off YouTube. Yeah. All right, it should be fine. I'm playing it from another channel on YouTube. Well, yeah, from the actual. All right, let me pull up this next one because this is so telling, and I'm so glad somebody said something. This guy is my hero today.
Floor is recognized. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Attorney General Bondi.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you're right. Good afternoon. It's been a long day. I wrote this morning. We've known each other a long time, and I'll always be appreciative for your assistance when you were Attorney General in Florida after the shooting at my high school at Marjory Stoneman Douglas. In my hometown of Parkland when we passed a bipartisan bill, the Marjory Stoneman Douglas School Safety Act, which was the largest policy response to a school shooting in American history. Your department also prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law a constituent of mine and former felon that had plans to kill me when he was picked up by law enforcement after he was target practicing in his backyard with 2 rifles, a scope, a silencer, 3,000 rounds of ammunition, an anti-Semitic manifesto. My name was the only name on their target list, and my kids found out about this from their friends at school. So thank you. However, the most transparent administration in American history. Before Trump, we didn't know the word transparency, apparently. It's been 12 months since you gave Republican influencers part 1 of the Epstein files. You said the list was on your desk, and a memo came out and said that there was no list. Phase 2 of the binders never happened. The President of the United States says the Epstein thing is a hoax. He blasts his own base for wanting the release of the files. He blamed Barack Obama. Republicans voted against the release of the files in the Rules Committee. Then they refused to even return to the Rules.
I think it's important for us to remember the sequence of events, right? From before the Trump administration retained our vote, we voted them into office on certain promises, campaign promises, of which none have been delivered. None that matter. None that matter. And they want us to focus on the fact that gas is cheaper, or that the Dow and NASDAQ are soaring high. The economy's doing great. Yeah, those things matter, but they don't matter more than the things we wanted. The real reasons why we got you in. Yes, we want the economy to do better. We want our money to go further. We want inflation to go down. Okay. But like above all, we want the corruption to be weeded out. Drain the swamp was the first rallying cry of the first administration. It didn't happen. They didn't use that rallying cry this time, because that would have reminded us that they didn't even do that the first time. Okay. Now, this time it was not focusing on what they were, going to do to them, but just how they were going to conduct themselves as the most transparent administration ever. And then they've come out and systematically been the least transparent administration ever. I mean, obviously, the previous ones weren't great for the longest time. For the longest time, it hasn't been great. But I mean, to really tell us you were going to be the most transparent and then to turn around and not be transparent at all, to me, is just, unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Committee until they could be protected from future votes on the release. Speaker Johnson sends Congress home a day early before break. They sent the Deputy Attorney General to meet with Maxwell. She says something favorable about the president. Miraculously, she gets transferred to a minimum security facility. No one can explain why. Miraculously, the leaks to the Wall Street Journal stop. We come back from break. We have the Massey discharge petition. Republicans drop a rule, a non-binding resolution trying to kill the Massey discharge petition. The White House says passing the Massey discharge petition is a hostile act. Trying to stop the necessary 218 signatures, according to Republican members that signed it, the White House brought them into the Situation Room, the place where the president goes for time of war, promising things like appropriations or maybe even to primary them. People in the room say you were there. It didn't work. We get the 218 signatures. We eventually passed the Massey petition. You guys didn't release the files. You were forced by Congress.
And remember, Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene have been vilified, targeted, and attacked for doing what this administration wouldn't do, what the administration was actually standing in the way of doing. And they did it because they knew that's why we voted the Trump administration in. And I'm so glad they did it for us. And even though we're not getting the full truth, we're not getting everything, and they're doing disgusting things like releasing the victims' names and redacting the predators' names, at least we're getting something. I don't accept this. Like, I'm not happy. No. I'm not saying like, oh, something's better than nothing. Well, something is better than nothing, but I mean, we shouldn't stop until we get everything. And I'm not going to stop, but I know that it's because of Massey and MTG that we even got anything at all. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't get anything. Oh, what I would like to know, everyone voted for the release except for one person, and I want to find out who it was, but I think that he just said they voted to make sure that none of their names can be released on who voted for or against releasing the files.
Every member of the House except one, and the entire Senate. The reason the president signed it is because it was a veto-proof majority. We can't agree on anything, and yet the entire House but one member and the whole Senate.
I want to find out who that one member was. Who's that one member that didn't vote for it? I want to find out. I'm going to look into it. If you guys find out, put it in a comment, send it to me in an email, put it in the chat if you already know.
Force the administration to release the files. Kash Patel under oath said to Senator Kennedy, the FBI is not in possession of any credible evidence that Epstein trafficked girls to anyone but him.
and we're supposed to believe freaking Kash Patel and Dan Bongino about Charlie Kirk and Tyler Robinson. Get out of here. Get out of here. You have lost all credibility. Nothing you say can be accepted as truth and honest at all. You lied about this. You're lying about everything. Before you got into office, you said you believed he was alive and that you guys were going to do everything you could to release everything on day one. And Pam Bondi said the same thing.
Himself. We know now that's not true. According to documents, Epstein had a worldwide sex trafficking ring. Girls from Poland, Czechoslovakia, Russia, Paris, modeling agencies sending him girls. He even had a relationship with a summer camp where he groomed girls at a picnic table.
Yeah, I'm going to get past this part to where he talks about here. Wait, where is it? Where does he lift it up?
He was the greatest blackmailer of all time. Well, how would Howard know that?
Oh,
But
Howard Lutnick, who is Jared Kushner's right-hand man in that 60 Minutes interview, talking about them having the plans to rebuild Gaza 2 years before October 7th. That guy, he claimed that he stopped being friends with Jeffrey Einstein before his arrest in like 2005 or 6 or whatever the year was. I forget what year it was. Oh, but there's emails that go all the way up to like 12 and onward that him and his family are visiting him on the island long after Einstein was arrested.
now the files are public. And in 2012, we found out that he and his family are on Epstein Island after Epstein pled guilty to state charges. I'm from Florida. I take my family to Disney World, not to Epstein Island.
Thank you.
There are documents in the files that dispute the president's claim that he kicked Epstein out of his club. Allegedly, the president said that he asked Epstein to leave. Supported now, that's disputed though, statements from the manager of the club.
Good.
Now, Madam Attorney General, I have like 25 seconds left. So
This part's
because I'm
good.
curious, and I'd like to see you flip to the Jared Moskowitz section of the binder. I'm interested to see what staff provided on the Oppo on me. And because we're in the Olympics, I'm going to give it a grade. I just want to see how good it is. So give me your best one.
So first of all, nothing is funny about mocking the Bible and holding up a
I'm
Trump
not
Bible.
mocking
That's
the
what you
Bible.
did.
That's the
You
best-
made a
that's the-
joke, and I find
No,
offense
I want
to
it-
that.
but
That's all I
They
have to
edited
say.
I
it
want it
out
from
of
the
here?
burn book.
Shame.
I want it from the burn book, which is the best one. What you got?
What the
Has
heck?
expired.
They edited it out of here. So there's a part where he goes, Donald Trump's name appears more times in the Einstein files than God's name in the Bible. Trump's name appears more times in the Einstein files than Harry Potter's name in all the books. That's what she means when she's saying he's mocking the Bible. He wasn't mocking the Bible. He's saying that's how ridiculous it is that a book that's about God and has his name all over it, and a book about Harry Potter, like, I don't know how many books were written. I never read the books. I was too old, but I saw the movies. Like, I mean, I know there's like 7 or 8 movies. Trump's name it appears more time, over like 40,000 or something times in the Einstein files, more than Harry Potter in his own series and more than the word God in the Bible. And she has the audacity to not like admit how just corrupt and disgusting and horrible that is. She goes and right on an ad hominem attack. Oh, you're attacking the Bible. No. And what's interesting, did you guys know Trump has printed his own Bible? It's his new Trump translation. It's the Bible he held up, but you guys didn't see it because they edited it out. It's not in there. I played that guy's whole section. It's supposed to be in there before he holds up the clipboard and before Pam Bondi attacks him for making fun of the Bible. It's not in there. It's crazy. I mean, let me see if it pops up after that. No, it wouldn't, because she says that. Yeah, that's insane. All right, let's go to the next thing. Look who we found, ladies and gentlemen. Look who we found in Philadelphia. I guess it is always sunny in Philadelphia, isn't it? And I'm going to show, oh, let me show you this first. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's take a good look at this guy's facial features. All right. Look at the different lines in his face. Okay. In his cheeks. Look at where they land and come down into his chin and up here. Look at his nose. Look at in his forehead, his eyebrows, his ears, and even his hairline. All right. Take a good look at that. Let's look at this. Of course, this is a lot grainier. All right. What's really interesting, I got a lot of photos that we're going to look at. These are two Mossad agents protecting him. So his hair's grown out. Okay. And he's wearing glasses. All right. And he's got a beard. Okay. Still looks like a man. Let's look at this one. Yeah. Protected by two Mossad agents in Philadelphia. Okay. This was just taken this week. All right. Yeah. Oh, but he's gone, right? All right. Let's look at this one. What do you know? Let's look at this. See this line? Oh my God. This is brilliant, you guys. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oh, we're going to do a side by side. Look at the line only on the right side of his forehead right here. Okay. Look at this and how it falls around. And then he's got this one right there. Let's go back here. Look at that. Look at the line only on his right side of his eye, on the right side of his nose, in between his eyebrows. It's only on the right side. He doesn't have two. He just has this one. Now look at this line as it goes down. And then there's the one that comes down and around. Look at his nose and nostrils. Okay. Look at the lines in the forehead. Look at the hairline, the chin, and look at the ears. All right, let's go back. Can you imagine if this was a clearer shot? Like if this was like a higher resolution? Dude, it's exactly the same, you guys. Look at that. I'm not even kidding. Like this is, in my opinion, 100% Einstein. Look at how it falls right there. Look at this one right here. And that one. Is this one only one, or was there more than one picture on this? Yeah, there's one more. Here we go. This one we can actually see his eyes. Okay. And you know what? With all the things they can do today, I guarantee you this photo had to have been way clearer than this. And of course, he's wearing... He used to wear jackets and shirts just like this all the time when you saw him in New York. To me, that is just insane how much that looks like him. Okay. I mean, I'm really not trying to like make this something it's not. In my opinion, that really does look like him. And then looking at this one, wait, where'd it go? Right here. Yeah. All right, man. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. All right. We got some fun things to do. You guys ready for this? Wait, let me see the chat. Let me see who's here still. All right. We got 112 right on. We got 49 minutes in. Let me hit play, and you guys can watch this while I see who's in the chat and then who if anyone asked any questions in the Q&A that I posted. All right. Somebody asked to go to AdFleet and to play one of the clips. This is AdFleet. I subscribe to their channel. I'm going to go ahead and start watching stuff on my own so I can pre-screen stuff before I put it on. My wife found this and said, you got to play this. And so she pre-screened it. Yes, I trust my wife. So I'm going to play it.
Candace's clues, Candace's clues. No one can fool her, not even the Jews. It's Candace's clues, Candace's clues.
Can you guys help me find Blue?
We see that.
You see him? Where?
Behind you.
Blue Skidoo? We can too. You know, Charlie was so excited to do what he has been doing for nearly a decade. And so to help him sleep, I told him to sleep in a child's bed.
A clue, a clue.
You see a clue? Good job. But we still haven't found Blue. Let's keep searching. Then in the morning, he came in to grab his ring that he had taken off because our marriage is on the rocks.
A A clue, a clue.
You see a clue?
Okay, but in all reality, their marriage literally was almost completely done. Candace reported on that tonight. She said confidently, and I was right. I reported on that last night. My theory, my speculation was when following the sequence of events in the days leading up to September 10th, that day, everything that happened in that day, the text thread going out, then the emergency meeting, trying to get Charlie to change his ways. Kind of like, just remember the Barclay interview with Candace. Now picture them, five of the Rabbi Barclays on the phone with Charlie, doing what he did to Candace, doing that to Charlie. Can you imagine Charlie? The reason why Charlie and Candace, I think, were so good friends, because they were so alike. They said they were like brother and sister. They both were pit bulls. They weren't going to back down. They had tremendous integrity. They were honest. They were good. People make mistakes. He lied to Candace. Yeah, he wasn't Christ like everyone's trying to make him out to be. That's at TPUSA. He's a martyr. No, he wasn't a martyr. I'm sorry. He's not a Christian martyr. He didn't die proclaiming his faith. The biblical history on what constitutes a martyr is very clear. That's not why he was assassinated. He wasn't assassinated because of his proclamation of his faith. Yeah. Even if you believe it was Tyler, it wasn't because he was Christian. It was because he was supposedly so negative about the LGBTQ community. That was their claim of how hateful and just, hateful he was to that community. It had nothing to do with him being a Christian and proclaiming his faith. No one asked him to recant. No one asked him to deny Christ. He would never have done that. And then they didn't assassinate him because he refused to deny Christ. Not a martyr. I'm sorry. Don't mean to burst your bubble. Amazing Christian, just a man. Just a man. A really good man. A man that meant a lot to me. I watched literally every day. But not a Christian martyr. But him and Candace, they still had tremendous ethics, morals, principles, and they were fighters. And so I could only imagine him being on the phone call with all those just not good people, doing what Rabbi Barclay did to Candace for an hour. Imagine 5 people doing that to Charlie for an hour. And imagine Charlie punching back, arguing back, bringing up like Dave Smith did with Josh Hammer on the stage. Charlie probably brought it to him even harder, like Candace did in that interview with Rabbi Barclay, but even harder. And he came out of there fuming. And Erica was there listening, in my opinion, and maybe even getting texts from people inside the room. Hey, you're going to have to run point on this. He's not listening to us. You got to work your magic. You got to do what we hired you to do. This is what you've been training for. This is your whole life's work, Erica. Everything is for right now, for such a time as this. They would probably quote Old Testament scripture to her. You were born, you were trained for such a time as this. This is your time. You do it right, it's going to work out for you. I mean, even if you can't do it right, don't worry, we got a plan B. We'll just give it to you after we take him out. In my opinion, guys, it's just my opinion. I think they got in a fight. Candace seems to state that she knows that almost for a fact. They got in a fight. Parents are fighting in a condo. Gigi is 3. Okay. I remember when my kids were 3. They didn't do a lot of the things. I mean, okay, yeah, they do acrobats and they want to sleep in bed and you can't really do it because it's just like crazy. You can't sleep with 3-year-old in your bed and sleep comfortably, even if you have a California king, it's just not enough room. Charlie was 6'4", 6'5". Give me a break. Erica Kirk is a big woman. She's a tall woman. She's not like 5'4", 5'3". She's like 5'7" or something like that, 5'8". So, I mean, even if it's a California king, they use that whole bed. But anyway, my point being this, they get into a fight, they're yelling or just raising their voice or just going just being very heated. Oh, like Seth Dillon and Josh. It was just a very heated, spirited debate. That's what Erica did. It was just a very heated, spirited debate. It's not like anyone got cornered up against the wall and pointed at him and cornered him and told him blah, 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 blah. Well, whatever happened, Gigi woke up. Gigi came out and she was so irate, in my opinion. Either Erica or Charlie said, go sleep with mom. You go sleep with mom. I'm not going to sleep in there tonight. I'm going to sleep over here. That's what I think happened. Because he showers. He leaves the towels on the floor. She says that in the Times interview last night. She can still see the towels on the floor from his shower. He showered. He grabbed his ring and his necklace. Didn't say goodbye. Didn't say I love you. Didn't kiss her. He slipped out without saying anything. So much so that she had to text him, I love you, like go get him or good luck. Okay, so he's afraid for his life. He texts his friends, they're going to kill me. His adrenal glands are firing. He has a fight with his wife or an argument, in my opinion. And he chooses to not, and he's a Christian. Remember, don't let the sun go down with anger in your heart, like to reconcile the fight. Not if it's unreconcilable. Not if the gap and the distance in between them is so great. Nothing he could say could do anything to it. That would be a reason why the ring is off. That would be why he took a shower and changed, grabbed his things, and left without saying I love you and goodbye. Even though he knew or was afraid that might be the last time. He didn't care. Whatever it was that happened that night, he figured out she's not my real wife. She's not who I thought she was. He would have gone in there and said, hey, babe, I'm so sorry that we got in an argument last night. This wasn't about you and me. I'm under a lot of stress. You know how much stress I'm under. I got all this pressure. All these donors are taking money. All of these fake friends around me are threatening me. They're telling me I can't have Tucker on. They're telling me I can't have Candace on. Lori Cardozo Moore is sending me text messages saying, don't be counted among the Edomites. God's going to lift his hand from you. People are texting me, don't invite Candace. BB called me and offered me money. I turned it down. You know how much stress I'm under. And then I sent out a text. Then they all put me on the phone and they grilled me for hours. And I come out, and instead of supporting me, instead of comforting me, instead of being there for me, whatever happened, and we fought. He would have gone in and apologized for his side. He would have said, I accept responsibility for my side of this argument, but I don't want to leave. I don't want to go to this event having that been the last thing I said to you. I want the last thing I say to you and Gigi, I love you, kiss you, hug you, hold you. I'm sorry I have to wake you up. I have to leave early. I have to get on my plane. But just in case, if my fears and suspicions are right and something happens to me today, I want you to remember that I came in and I gave you a hug and I told you I love you and that I'm sorry and I forgive you. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. Charlie would have 100% done that. Unless it's exactly like we think it is. And he knew that if you found out the night before you go to UVU that your wife is pretty much a honeypotted spy that's been sheep-dipped by the government and put in your life by Philadelphia, that she's not actually supporting you, she's there to corral you, how deep it went. She married you. She had your kids. And then you find out it's all fake. And that all your fears and suspicions, that's why the priest came over to pray over your marriage. You thought it was just this bad. And then you found out it was that bad. You're really going to go in there and say goodbye? You're going to wake her up and say, I love you, kiss you, goodbye? No, you're not. You're going to take a shower. You're going to get dressed. You're going to grab your things and you're going to slip out just like she said he did. I bet he kissed Gigi on the forehead. I bet he kissed his son on the forehead, though. But he didn't kiss Erica goodbye. She said that. He didn't wake her up and say, I love you. He didn't leave a note saying, I love you. Nothing. He left. He slipped out. She had to text him, I love you. Because he had to get on his chartered plane. He had to leave early. I don't care if he had to leave early. It's Charlie. He would have said something. Yeah. So, and Barron, he's talking to someone that was really, really close to Charlie. And said on good authority, their marriage was disintegrating. It was just pretty much over. And I bet the night before, that was the last straw. And they all realized none of us have that kind of power to convince him anymore. He lost his trust for all of us. He doesn't trust any of us. He doesn't value our opinion. He's not going to listen to us. He's listening to Dave Smith, Tucker, and Candace. Our hands are tied. We don't have another choice. Mission Midnight Execution, it's a go. Fort Huachuca practice round, it's a go. In my opinion, that's probably what happened. And that's when Erica texted her friend, Tracy Hartman, told her, your daughter's not going to UVU today. I know she was supposed to. She's planned to. She's not. Keep her home. If anyone asks, you say you had a bad feeling. There's too many things that all point to what we're all seeing. We're not hallucinating. We're not imagining these things. We're looking at the facts and going, that is the only thing that really explains all of this. Jesse's speculating, thinking, well, okay, well, what else could explain this? And I think he's trying to find one other way that could explain everything. But it can't. Charlie's not alive. It can't account for his family's honest, truthful, heartbreaking reaction at the memorial and in New York. And Charlie wouldn't have done that to Tucker and to Candace. Because that means Tucker and Candace are on it. And Megan, Tucker, and Candace are all in on it. They all know that he's alive. And they're just doing all this for show. For us, they're part of it. No, they're not. Not at all. Oh, but he wouldn't tell them? No, he wouldn't do that to them either. He wouldn't let his parents and his sister and Candace and Tucker and Megan, he wouldn't let everyone think he's dead. He wouldn't do that to anyone. At all. You'll never convince me of it. All right. So we watched Blue's Clues. We did that. All right. And we covered what Barron talked about the satellite in the sky and the surveillance planes. And we're at 1 hour. That is the official show for tonight. But I want to have some really good interaction with you guys tonight. I was thinking like at least 25, 30 minutes of reading. I got to find out, where can I see? Oh, I can take this off of here now so that I can see it. Let me see. Hold on one second. Okay, can I see supers? Oh, I can. I can see supers on my streaming. Let me go to the top so I can catch all of them that came across. I don't want to miss any. I'm going to scroll back to the top and I'm going to read all the supers. All right. First super, Mystic Gypsy, new member. Thank you, Mystic. You're the best. All right. Let me scroll down. Crystal Mullen. Oh, wait. Crystal Smollen, 5279, new member. Thank you. Welcome to the club. This weekend, so tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be working on making the membership program amazing. Okay. I will not disappoint. I promise you that. I love it when you guys say like, hello, hi, everyone. Hi to the moderators, given everyone their love and their hard work. Let me see. Hey, I'll be your David of CK and Candace, our music media. I didn't watch that. I guess you're saying that to someone else. Sorry. I got sidetracked. I started reading a normal chat. Let me go back. Let me go down and find the other super chats. I wish there was a way that it like on everyone else's screen when I'm live and I'm in their comment section, it like pops up. Is it popping up on your guys' screen or do I have to do that? I had that earlier, but I didn't see the super chats pop up, but I'm not, maybe if I look on YouTube dashboard, wait. No, I can't even see it on this one. That's crazy. I'll figure it out too, but let me go back to the normal one where I could see him. Where is it? There we go. All right. And I'll keep scrolling down to the next super chat. All right, there's the next one. Remember Helen Thomas Whitehouse reporter since JFK canceled. Do I remember that? Helen Thomas White House reporter since JFK canceled. No, but it is starred so that I can remember that. It'll save that. Oh, the starred. Oh, cool. I just figured something out, guys. It's my first day with Super Chats, so I didn't know this. So I have a thing. I guess Super Chats get starred automatically because they're supers. And then they're all in this one. Oh, yeah, it says auto star Super Chats. Look at that. All right. All right. I did Crystal. Crystal Smollen 5279. And the next one is Always Be True. Says super sticker. Thank you. The next one is Mystic Gypsy. She says, congrats on your success, Matt. We're here for it. Yeah, thank you so much, Mystic. That is so generous. And it's all of our success together. And I promise that as the channel continues to grow, I'm going to put more time, more money, and more effort into it to just make it just more engaging, more informative, and just all around a better experience for everyone. This is something I've wanted to do for, I can't even remember how long. It's been decades. You know, sometimes when I was in the Marine Corps in 2005 to 2011. And I was in MCMAP, which is the Marine Corps Martial Arts program, but I always wanted to do jujitsu. And I would drive by like the Gracie Bajas and all of these jujitsu gyms all the time. And even after I got married and my kids were young, I remember driving by and going like, I really wanted to go. And it took me until 2018 to finally do it. And I really don't know what it took me so long to do it. And it's now one of the biggest parts of my personal journey in life. I do it all the time. I haven't been doing it as much because I put so much time into this channel right now, but that's okay. I still get to do it on certain nights. But likewise, this is something that I've been passionate about and wanted to do for a very long time, and I'm just so excited it's here. And I love getting to do this and be here and interact with you guys. And yeah, I'm blessed and I'm really happy. All right, let's see. The next one. Okay, that one is Zamet 1969. And that's the Remember Helen Thomas White House reporter since JFK canceled. I don't, but I'll look into it and then we can talk about it next time. All right, that was all the super chats. So I can actually, I still have time. Yeah, we still have at least like 20 something minutes where we can interact with one another. I'm going to read this one from Crystal. This generation is not stupid, and that's the generation they're looking to mold. They had to take out Charlie because he was bending his views. Yeah, bending his views. It's extremely sad to watch. Charlie did not deserve this. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Pam Bondi is crashing out. Yeah. Yeah. I just also think they don't care. How can she get up on such a public stage? How can BB go on such a televised event? How can all those people cheer and stand and cheer for him for 5 minutes at a time? Knowing how we all feel, they don't care. They don't care. That's what I conclude. They don't care. They believe that, I don't know, maybe they believe our votes don't really matter. And there's no way we can actually do anything about it. I don't know, man. I just think they don't care. I don't even have a 401k or any stock. Same, Smokey. I don't either. I don't care about the Dow and the NASDAQ. You can go fly a kite. I want you to go to Philadelphia and get Jeffrey Einstein. He's clearly still here. Doesn't help. Did you, Coach, and Baron make a decision together and wear hoodies? No, I think we're just all dudes in our 30s, 40s, and 50s. I don't know how old Coach is. I'm 40. But I was born in 1985. I know Baron's older than me. I live in a cold area. I'll say that much. And yeah, I just like wearing hoodies. No, we didn't plan it. None of mine have designs on them. I do maybe want to do things like that where it's engaging. You guys can we can do polls and you can vote and yeah, do other things that'll make fun, like little Easter eggs, and you guys can win prizes and different things. Like if you guess certain things right, like things that are more interactive that make it kind of fun and engaging for community members and even non-members. But like per the membership tier level, there'll be different things available to different levels, and then just for the general public as well. But all right, let's see. It doesn't help me. 100%. Okay, where are we at? Okay, let's see. Be careful. Let's see. Nope. I don't know who Anna and Kent is. Okay, the level of righteous anger is what I want on my team during the apocalypse. Yeah, I agree with that though. Yeah. Oh wait, didn't Erica say it one time like this is righteous anger? She said that in relation to something. I can't remember what it was. And I remember looking at her and going, no, I don't think that's what it looks like. Watching Candace every day as she finds things out and she's hunting leads down and she's attacking. Yeah, that looks like righteous anger. My wife pointed out a good thing too. I think in like the days and like the first week after Charlie's assassination, Candace put together like the most heartfelt memorial video of Charlie that was done so beautifully. I think she had just seen it for the first time. I watched it when it first came out. Nothing like that came out of TPUSA and Erica. It was all TPUSA. That was their focus. TPUSA and Erica. And I think that's telling. Yeah. I believe it was faked because the tube. Are you serious? That's okay. You can believe that. The bulge on his neck. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. There's so many other confounding variables that can explain those two. Jesse just didn't point them out. If his adrenal glands were going off the night before, if he didn't sleep good, yeah, he'd be swollen. And you can see every time he smiled. So so when I talk, my lip kind of does this on the right side. His did it on the left. And when he smiled, he had a thing that popped on one side. And you can do it. I mean, it's not very hard to make a strained face and like have one part of we're not perfectly symmetrical. My eyebrows aren't the same. My nostrils not the same on the left and the right. My ears aren't the same. We don't look exactly the same on each side. Okay. And there could have been other things underneath the shirt. Okay. The tube doesn't explain everything. Also, if you look closely in the video, he wasn't cleanly shaved. He had hair follicles. And so I don't see a break in any of those hair follicles either. Yeah. And then it still just doesn't explain how he could have done that to his mom and his dad and his sister and Candace and Tucker and Megan and all of his friends. Because you're saying if he did it and he's still out there, either all of his friends don't know and he's letting them believe that he's gone, or they're all in on it. I believe neither. I don't think he would do either. I don't think they would do that to us. I don't think they would be in on it. And I don't think he would do that to them. And I don't think that's what it looks like either. And Barron's a very, very smart and intelligent dude. He's looked into it. I mean, just go watch John Bray. Jesse's great, but he's not posing any actual facts. It's all circumstantial. It's a thought experiment. Yeah, that's it. All right. I thought we gave Philly billions all the time. We do. We do give Philly billions all the time. We do. They want more. More. Yeah. I can't read that. Steel on steel. Please, no more Bondi. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not playing any. I can't believe Law of Liberty isn't banned on here. He's a pastor and has zero to give when speaking about our greatest ally. I don't know who that is. I didn't play anyone by that name. Is he in the chat? Law of Liberty? I don't know. I didn't see it. All right. Let's see. Glad we haven't scared you off yet. Bondi doing it. Wait, someone said Bondi was doing a great job. Shabbat shalom. Who said she's doing a great job? Nobody. The politicians that are in the federal government now need to keep on stepping. It seems that they are recruiting new young mini-me's so that they can pass the baton. Yeah, it does. MGT was in an interview. She said they threatened the life of her son. She resigned. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, and look at what they're doing to Massey right now. And it is great. She's passionate. Okay, I used to look at these Democrats as disgusting, and I hated them. But this is a nonpartisan issue, and it's a very important one. It's them against us. Yeah, except for whoever that one person is that voted to not release the files. We should all go sleuth out over tomorrow and find out, unless they have it like redacted and they won't let us know who that one person is that voted to not release the files. But yeah, this is like one of the first times, and he said that guy speaking at the end of Bondi, we can't agree on anything, but it was unanimously voted except for one person voted against it. Everyone cares about this on both sides. Well, most do. I think some don't. But yeah, it's sad that it took something like this to maybe bring them together. and bring us all together. But yeah, the Black Line Brief. Did you watch Jesse on Fire's video pushing evidence of Pew being faked? Yeah. Myself, a few others, been screaming for months what he's finally made a video of. Yeah, I think you heard it right. Yeah, I don't think he's alive at all. There's too many issues with that theory. Yeah. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. Yeah. Let's see. How do the people help? Steel on Steel. What people help with what? With who? The more people getting the word out makes it harder for them to shut us up. I agree with that. Hey, Skarika Kirk, I need to catch up on your latest ASAP. It seems that they are, I'm not going to say the G word, but developing a younger version of themselves through Erica 2.0 version. Oh, yeah. So let's see if I can pull this up, guys. He cusses, and so I really wanted to play it, but this guy cusses. It's on X. Hold on. But I was going to play the one part where he's not cussing. I just have to find it. Yeah, and so like Blake Bednard even talks about it on X. Let me share this right here. So right here, let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. Okay, so let me see if I can make this big. Or wait, let me pause that. How do I make this big? All right. Oh, that's too big. Zoom out. All right, here, let me replay. Is there volume on this? Where's the volume? Oh, it's there. I don't think there is any volume though. Yeah, so what it says is Charlie had a strange tic, especially in a debate, with his mouth and jaw and neck. I don't know what it's called medically, but I know he did this all the time. And I know he didn't have a squib under his skin. Tag a fake death person who needs to see this. Yeah, I will. Someone needs to tag that to Jesse. But yeah, and so you can see this. See how his lip goes down, okay, over here. He would smile harder on his left side, and it would strain this part of his neck, okay? And you can see there's nothing. There's no fake bladder. There's nothing. This isn't fake. This is him. And let me hit play. You can see it. He does it right there. He does it multiple times on his left side. Right there. You see that? Did you guys see that? That was such a good, let me make sure you guys are seeing this. That was such a good angle of it. Let me just point out what we're looking at real quick. He goes like this. It's a little bit more subtle, but you can see it bulges when he does that. And he did do that all the time. Trust me, I watched hundreds of thousands of hours of Charlie. And I was looking for this to show you guys. Oh, let me replay that. Right here. Here it comes right there. It bulges right there. It bulges again. Did you guys see that? Please tell me you saw that. Please tell me you guys see this right there. 1, 2. And it bulges all the way down. Okay. And he does it multiple times. There it is again. He's still holding it. Let's see if he does it again. Right there. Right there. Please tell me you guys saw that. That time he did it with the side smile. Right there. Do you guys see that? Please tell me you guys see this. Look at that. Look at his face down below. Look at his face up above. Look at the left side. It's the same exact thing. Okay. There's no bladder. There's no squib. Okay. Let's go to the next one because there's another video of it right here. he would pull on it because it would get it would bother him. It would get like strained. It happens in high stress environments. He would do it. And he would pull on it and pinch on it. Right there. There it is again. Look at his lip on the left side. It goes down and it's right there. Look at that. That's what you see. And if Jesse watched Charlie as much as I did, and there it is again. There it is again, and it bulges on the left side. He does it so much. He did it in every campus tour event, guys. Literally all the time. It happened all the time. Okay. Let me see the comment section. Please tell me you guys saw that. Let me scroll down. Let me see. Oh my God, we have a lot more super chats. Wait. Oh my God, we have a lot more super chats. I need to go back. All right, so I did Zamet 1969, and then Zamet 1969 again. Connect the dots and truth will blossom. I agree, Zamet. Are you right now? Are you talking about, because your earlier one was about JFK? Is this one talking about JFK still, or about Charlie, or about both? Because I mean, I know a lot about JFK, but yeah, it wasn't no Lee Harvey Oswald either. Glenn Coco, new member, troublesome Natalie, or wait, sorry. True Blue Natalie. Thank you so much, new member. And then Cynthia Lucas Moore 2222 super sticker. Thank you so much. Let me go back to the live chat. I want to see if you guys saw the videos I just showed of Charlie's neck. Oh, Simset Ha. I think Charlie's position, no war with Iran, is what really got him marked to be retired. It was, so if you go back and watch my video from yesterday, I kind of go over a sequence of events of Charlie's like last year, and him debating with Bibi to Trump about the Fordo bombing. Bibi wanted a full-blown invasion and boots on the ground then. Charlie was there and he said, no, dude, don't do it. You're going to lose your base. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He listened to Charlie. That was for sure a major issue. And then he also turned Bibi down later when Bibi offered $150 million to take TPUSA to the next level. It wasn't one thing that did it. It was like a domino effect. And it just, once it got going, it was going to be so much harder to stop. And then it just got out of control. Yeah. And they tried all their normal tactics, like I also covered last night, whether that be, they're just going to try to talk to him. They're trying to convince him, try to manipulate him, try to bribe him, try to blackmail him. Couldn't do all those things. Looks like we'll just take him out. The final card, we'll just take him out. Let's see. I just watched the Barclay interview you posted and connected the dots when he said he's a former professor at Loyola Marymount. Yep. And coincidentally, EK attended. Allegedly. I don't remember that being in her bio. Loyola Marymount? I'll look into that. She went to a couple different universities, but I didn't think that was one of them, but I'll look into that. Let's see. Matt, we should do a stream together and discuss the case with everyone. That would be fun. Skarika Kirk. Yes, I know I still have to respond to your email. I'm sorry. Work has been crazy this week. I literally, like I said, I work from like 6 to 6. I get home. I don't even have time to do anything. I come up here and prep for a couple hours and then go live. And then I eat dinner and shower afterwards and do it all over again. So I will respond to you, I promise. Baron is awesome. I do agree. Isn't it odd that the Charlie is alive theory is blowing up at the same time the Einstein and Philly pics pop up. Yeah, I think it is interesting. I'm not going to make a claim about why I think that is, because I don't know yet. But it is interesting. The timing is definitely interesting. Blue Eyes, I'll become a member if you tell me what sheep dipped means. All right, so sheep dipped is when the government has an agent or an asset that is undercover. They don't want people to know their real background, and so they create all these fake aspects of their life and history and personality, but it's very shallow because it's not real, right? Like our true history, like it reaches out, like all of our connections and our jobs and our schools and our people and our parents and our friends and our kids, and like what it's hard to make that fake. You can do it on you guys know the internet was created by DARPA, right? They released a version of the internet that we use. Okay, they all have a backdoor. They still run a better version of it. Okay. They have the ability to go back and add things into people's timelines and histories online. They can backdate companies and make it look like it was there. But I mean, they could only do so good of a job. And so they tried to make everything like Romanian Angels, all the organizations that she supposedly started and worked in, Erica Kirk, they tried to make it look legit. They tried to cover up her real history, like her dating history, her online history, deleting posts, making things private. But they didn't do a great job. Yeah. Let me see. Skarika did email me. She already did. And see about a live stream together. She did email me. I need to respond to her. It's just been a crazy week. Okay, I promise. I read it. I want to give a full response. So I'll do that by no later than Saturday. I'll email you back. Let's see. I've only seen that she has connections with Regis U, Arizona State, and Liberty U. Yeah, that's what I knew. Yeah, I don't know about Loyola, though. I don't remember seeing anything about that. Trump and Cattard? Trump and Cattard are the only ones praising Bondi. Who's Cattard? Cattard. I don't know who that is. Sorry, I did not mean to sniff like that in the mic. I don't know if that you're trying to say that CCP does it all the time to shut up someone or to force innocents to work for them, blackmailing Pew Pew, his family, to make him fake his own death. I don't know about that. Sheep dipped is when a government or military operative has their record scrubbed or a false record put in place. Man, I need to go to... Wait, there's another super that I missed. Oh, I read that. Cynthia Lucas Moore. Super sticker. I need to see if you guys saw the pictures that I did about Charlie's neck. Oh, cat turd. Glenn Coco, you're funny. Did you guys see the photos I showed of Charlie's neck and his tick? Were you guys able to see that? Linders, you're saying EK Franceville has Loyola listed on her LinkedIn, but it's listed as a university she attended, like she actually was enrolled and attended classes at Loyola, or it's just like an affiliation, a network. Thank you, Skarika. I read that. Thank you. Wait, click on the top right where it says top chat change to live chat. I'm on live chat. I'm on the live chat. I can click over to starred. Oh, we got another new member. Is it Alka1102? Welcome to the club. Yeah. I'm on the live chat, but it shows the super chats in here, but it shows them in the order in which they come in between the actual live chat. But there's like another tab that I can click on, which it's just the super chats, and I can click back and forth. All right. Can you guys give me a thumbs up or a 1 if you did see the video I showed of Charlie doing his tick and how it bulges that part of his neck? Did you guys see that part? Oh my God, Blue Eyes. This is the first time I have ever become a member of anyone on YouTube, and I'm a massive YouTube nerd. Hope you feel special. Alka 1102, I do. Hey, Matt. Sorry I couldn't give more. My bank account was taken advantage of and by, I thought it was my friend. Don't worry, Cynthia. It's okay. You guys just being here, watching the videos, liking, subscribing. That's all I want from you guys. If you guys do give, even that's great, and I appreciate it. But I don't expect you guys to give anything. It's out of the goodness of your heart you give, and it's out of the goodness of my heart I'll receive. It's a blessing, and I thank you guys. Okay, you guys saw it. Okay, well, what do you guys think? Do you guys think like he had a genuine tick on that left side? It was his left side, and his mouth would open that same way, and it would strain this part of his neck, and it would bulge out. Do you guys agree that that's what it looked like in those videos of him speaking in the months before, in the years before September 10th? Can we get memberships now, Matt? Yeah, you can get memberships. Wait, Cynthia, didn't you do that? Cynthia. No, Cynthia, yeah, you have to click. You have to find. I haven't been on it as I know where it is on my homepage as a creator. I'd have to go on my wife's page and look where it shows up on there to be able to tell you where it's at. But I set it all up today. Crystal became a member. Gypsy became a member. Zamet. Wait, Glen Coco, True Blue, Alka. Yeah. So I know that you can. I haven't been able to go on my wife's as a subscriber and see where it's at. Maybe someone on the member, maybe someone in the comments who did it, they can tell you where it is. I think it should be underneath the video where hype points is. I'm trying to remember, where did I sign up for it with Baron? I signed up such a long time ago with Baron. I can't remember where it is. Okay, you guys do agree. It looks like a tick, and it totally looks like that's what it was on his neck, and it strained out. And he even he would pinch it. It bothered him so much. I also think that there were things under his shirt, but I don't think it was a bladder. I don't think it was tubing. I don't think it was part of a squib and a false blood bladder at all. Let's see. Okay, thanks for purchasing a gift membership. You're a superstar. Oh, you gifted a membership, Alka 1102. That was very nice of you. I'll have to figure out how then I get to choose someone and give it out to someone. I actually don't. I always remember Ian, he would always say, hey, thanks for the so-and-so many gifted subscribers or memberships. But until you reach a certain level in the YouTube algorithm with your content, you can't, like, that part of your content creator page, like, doesn't even populate. You can't even like see it. And so I've been waiting, and then today it finally showed up, and I was able to like make everything happen today, but I haven't been able to go through everything and figure out every last thing, which I will spend all my spare time figuring everything out and how I can then disperse any gifted memberships. Yes, I just played Blake. Blake Bednards. West Texas is the best Texas. Of course I watch him. Come on. Trigger Smart, Kelly. I stopped watching Valhalla. I watched him, but I stopped watching him with the whole Mitch Snow thing. Good thing I never watched Gary Melton. The only time I watched him is when we make fun of him or when I did a video in his BS interview with Brian Harple. But I don't watch that guy. But I don't watch Valhalla anymore. I do watch Jesse. I like Jesse. You don't need to agree with every single thing that every creator does. I don't know him personally, so I don't know why he is doing the videos on why he thinks Charlie is alive. If he actually is just really trying to do the research to see if it pans out, if he actually believes it or whatnot. But I would never ascribe like bad intentions or motives for him doing it. I just don't agree with him on that, and that's fine. But I still like most of his other content, and I do think some of it is pretty interesting. Some of the things he pointed out in there are interesting. Just with all the things I know, and then all these other things, I just don't think it's very plausible. Let's see. Why didn't Vladimir Putin deny Russia? Oh. You really think Russia killed CK? Come on. Oh, do you also believe because Einstein wore that Russian hat, he wasn't for Mossad? He was for the KGB. Come on. Russia's not like a real enemy of ours. I'll get into that another time. Valhalla's pure. Yeah, at this point, I agree with that, Glenn Coco. Jesse gets his talking points from him. I mean, there is something to be said about that comment, Glenn Coco, because he did say he talked to Valhalla. So I watch his stuff still, and I haven't made up my mind. But he did say he spoke to Valhalla about everything that he did in video 1 and video 2 and video 3, and that Valhalla told Jesse to move his video 3 to video 2 and move his video 2 to video 3. And Jesse did it. He let someone else dictate his videos. Either they're very close, and they might be, and he values his opinion as a friend, and he agreed with him, and so he did it. He still did it on his own volition. Or Valhalla influenced him. I don't know. But he said that himself. He said that he was going to have video 3 come out. But then after speaking to Valhalla said, no, if you don't show me how they pulled this off, I'm not even going to listen to you. And so he moved his video 3 to video 2. And maybe that will make sense. Once I see video 3, maybe it'll be like, yeah, that's a better order that you moved it to video 2. And maybe not. I don't know. Netanyahu denied Philadelphia did it. I can't, it's just a written text. So I can't tell if you're being serious or you're being funny. The day after Charlie was assassinated, the only prime minister and sitting leader of a country came out and publicly denied that they had anything to do with it. And then read a personal letter that was written to him that nobody knew about. Didn't publish it, didn't show us the contents of the letter, and then read it out loud. And it was a glowing review of Philadelphia and of BB. Gifted the Black Line Brief memberships. Thank you, Glenn Coco. I mean, you don't really believe because Russia didn't deny it, and because Philadelphia did deny it, that means Russia did it and Philadelphia didn't. You don't really believe that though, right? All right, let's see. Oh yeah, one thing I did not say today. Please, everyone, we're at 87 now, but earlier we had more. Please hit the like and hit the subscribe. What time is it? Oh my goodness. It's time for me to go to bed. Let me make sure I don't have any last comments in the chat. Welcome to memberships. Yes, thank you. Your favorite. Oh, is there another one? Let me go back. Okay, so we had Alka, and then gifted membership. Alka, thank you. And she's a new member, he or she, and then gifted a new member. And then Zamit, I read that, the Vladimir statement, and then Zamit, the Netanyahu statement, I read that. And then Glenn Coco gifted one Blackline brief membership. Thank you, Glenn Coco. Thank you, everyone, for your engagement, for your memberships, for your supers, for your stickers, and your gifted memberships. Thank you for just engaging in the chat, for being here, for liking, subscribing, for everything. Let's see. Charlie Kirk was supposedly best friends with Trump's son. Yeah. Did you not see a lot of the speaking engagements that Trump Jr. Yeah. I think a lot of people pretended to be Charlie's friend that weren't. And I think Charlie underestimated how fake a lot of the elites really are. Charlie wasn't an elite. He had just made it to that level, like just in the last 5 years. These kids were born into that level. They've been playing this game forever. Okay, what was it that Candace said about Ivanka and Jared? They pretend to be so perfect, but she never really felt like she got to know who they are because they were just so shiny and presentable and perfect and fake that it was just a facade, and that she just had this feeling that's not really who they are. And I bet that's a lot of them. They do that on the TV for us. It's all fake. It's all fake. Good night, everyone. God bless you. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time.